What's up everyone? They came, they saw and they won. But the question is, are they ready to do it again, but against the best of the best? We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your Big Brother update. Alright folks, now right before we get started, if you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. It only takes 1 second, so just click it down there folks. And also please hit the like button and the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live on the channel. Okay folks, so the question of many Big Brother fans that they've wondered for a long time, including myself, is are we ever going to get an all-winners season? And finally, we have some news on this. So, it appears from an article that Entertainment Weekly have published that Julie Chen Moonves has actually pitched to the producers that she would like an all-winners season. Now, let's just rewind for a second because we got to know that Julie isn't a producer, she's not part of production, but of course she does have good standing with the show, probably more than anybody else, because she's the host and she's been the host for over 2 decades now. And let us not forget, of course, her husband Les used to be very much involved with CBS, so she'll have connections there as well. So if Julie wants an all-winner season to happen, then I'm pretty sure she's got good influence over that. So yeah, it appears Julie has pitched to the producers that she would like an all-winner season. But the question is this actually going to come through? What would it look like if we did get an all-winner season? What would the cast look like? There's so much to delve into, so we're going to talk about that. Okay, well, for a start, I don't know this for sure, but I can confidently say that if we get an all-winner season, it is not going to be a 3-month power struggle. It is probably going to be a 3-week power struggle. The fact of the matter is getting, you know, at least 12 winners back to compete, because they're probably not going to get 16 back. I mean, that's just... We'd be lucky. We'd be very lucky if we got 16 winners back, but... I mean, they're probably going to look for 12 over the course of 3 weeks if it's going to happen, because there's so many people who, for a start, have the money and are financially stable and they don't want to give up 3 months of their life, so they couldn't get people to be cast in that scenario. Second, you know, these people have grown up since they were on the show. They were in their early 20s when they won, and now they've got families and they don't want to step away from them for 3 months as well. So 3 weeks is a lot more suitable, especially for the amount of money they could be winning. And I'm sure they would get an appearance fee as well. If we talk about Survivor Winners at War for a moment, I'm pretty sure every single cast member was given $40,000 as an appearance fee before the show even started. And of course, the prize money was upped to $2 million. So I would not be surprised if maybe... Because, I mean, even if they did a 3-week one, because with the 3-week Big Brother with Celebrity, what they've done in the past is had them the prize money at $250,000, which obviously is half the amount of what it has been in Big Brother in the past, and obviously now Big Brother is on $750,000, which makes me think if they do all winners, maybe just for, you know, people to be extra competitive, they'll up it to 1 million, because if they won $500,000, you know, the first time round, then why not double it if you're battling against all the winners? I think it's fair and definitely justified for that to happen. And I would honestly love to see an all winners season. I would absolutely be in my Big Brother nerd self would be in Big Brother heaven seeing so many legends return. And that's the question though as well. Are we actually going to see legends return? Because there's so many old school people that probably wouldn't do it, and even new school people who are probably more likely to do it, but again quite a few who wouldn't do it. Now, Entertainment Weekly did discuss in the article that they did catch up with former winners, and I'll just name a few for now. I'll probably eventually do a video on what the cast could look like if the rumours continue to go around, but I'll just talk about a couple now. So Derek said he would do an all-winners season. He said, you know, what does he need to go back for? But if he said the best of the best to go on there, he said if Dan was there, if Will was there, all these people, he said he'd be embarrassed not to go. So Derek is somebody we'd probably see on there. Rachel Riley, I think, showed interest as well. Even Eddie from season 1, when the game was totally different and it was a voting system from the public rather than within the house. Yeah, so this is kind of crazy. The fact that they could be delving that far back, and not that they would cast Eddie, but that's an old school lock. Let's be honest, because I mean, if we talk about some more old school people, I know that June expressed interest as well from season 4. I know a lot of people are thinking, would Dr. Will do it? And the question is with Dr. Will is, it's he wasn't brought up in this article, but with Dr. Will, he is still very heavily involved with Big Brother. I don't think he watches the show, but he always makes reference to it every single year and talks about he's the best winner and all that kind of stuff. So really, if an all-winner season was to come around, Dr. Will would probably have to step up to the plate and kind of, you know, put his money where his mouth is and actually say, look, I am the best of the best. Let's go do this, and I'm going to beat you all. I'd like to think that was the case anyway. But I think even more modern winners like Cody would probably come back. Xavier probably would as well. But then we've got the question of course, with the new policy at CBS for reality shows, half the cast has to be people of colour, which is obviously incredibly important now, and that is a big thing with the winners, because we don't have that, unfortunately, and quite sadly, to be honest. It's a real shame that we've got a situation like that going on. I guess we would just have to, if it was a shorter season, I don't know if the rules would be exempt for that. I'm trying to cast my mind back to Celebrity Big Brother this year, if half the cast was people of colour, but maybe the rules will be exempt for that. I don't know. But anyway, Julie kind of went on to say, you know, she knows people. That was the phrase she used. She knows people, so she could make it happen if she wants to. I don't think she would have said that otherwise. But that's really, really exciting, knowing that that idea is actually floating around. It's not just in the ether somewhere. It hasn't gone into oblivion. It's there, and the host of the show, who's been the host of the show for over 2 decades, is talking about it, and that just thrills me with absolute excitement and joy to think that we could be getting all winners at some point. I don't know when that'll be. I mean, maybe we won't get Celebrity next year, and maybe we'll get all winners. I personally would love to see a Legends season. I feel like there'd be some more entertaining characters than some certain winners. And also, I've got that panic of the fact that, just like Winners at War, spoilers if you haven't seen Winners at War, so tune out now if you don't want to hear this, but I would hate to think that all the old schoolers would be ganged up on and taken out. I mean, we saw it happen with Boston Rob, with Sandra, Parvati, Ethan, you name it. They were all taken out early, and it was horrible. It was just horrible. So I would hate to see the same happen to Dr. Will, with June, with, I don't know, Lisa, if she came back. Just, I would hate to see them all picked off one by one. Whereas if we had a Legend season, we could see probably old school and new school team up and realise, you know, we'll have master strategist Danielle Reyes at one end, and then another master strategist from this end, Tiffany, get together, and they would absolutely dominate the house. I mean, hell, we could even see Jason and Danielle back in. I saw in an article a couple of weeks ago as well. I think Jason said he would be open to coming back or something like that, but I don't even know. It's kind of crazy. Jason seems to be quite involved in the show as well still, because he talks. He's got a podcast, but I've seen him talk about on Twitter, I think it was, or it might have been an article somewhere. I saw it probably about a year ago or so, of Jason saying that he'd probably be willing to come back. So we'll see. Who knows? People's mind changes, and people's mind change when the money gets offered, etc. So yeah, we'll see what happens there, folks. But there you go. That's the gossip on a potential all winners season of Big Brother. That is all of your Big Brother updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Please let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. Which winner would you most like to see on Big Brother All Winners if it was to happen? Do you want to see an All Winners season? And who is the best winner of all time? Who do you think could beat all the other champions and become the champion of champions? I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts below. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single last one of you. Make sure that you are staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next Big Brother update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.